Hello YouTube, and welcome back to part 6 of my Let's Build series of the small Nordic Hamlet, and I have been building off camera again. Started recording this video, and then somebody walked in on me, all went crazy, and so rather than just cut around it, I've decided to completely cut the video. Otherwise there would have been a large chunk just unusable, so I would have ended up with a big cut anyway. So what I've done is I've pretty much just built it out. I have another inspector. This happened last time I was recording and it was somebody different. So I've rebuilt this house, except I've raised it one block, and that's because what we're going to do is add a little walkway here. Now I want to use a different material because I think if I use the spruce wood it'll just be a bit too blended in, so I'm going to try jungle, and it's just going to go, do I want it slabbed like this or do I want it raised? I'll have it, see what it looks like raised. Hopefully what this is going to do is just adds a bit of colour to the build as well. No, it's going to have to be spruce wood, isn't it? Change all this to spruce then. Now, some things that I wanted to address that I addressed in the attempted recording of this video is I am on the LaBon server. I get this question probably every video that I do. What server am I on? LaBon server. LaBon.org is the IP. It's the server that Jamsy Boy always used to come on. It's the server that Monster Fish, the creator of Conquest, is on. And a lot of the time he will ask for people's suggestions for the texture pack, and one that I've given him that I think is coming out on Friday, so 5th of December, is a new brick texture, and he's added that to the Extreme Hills biome. So that looks fun. Can't wait to be using that. I had lots of ideas for a texture like that because I like using Victorian style builds with this texture pack. I think it works really well, except for the bricks. The bricks were the only thing that I thought. I've never really liked the Conquest bricks, to be honest, but I've learned to grow and love them. But these new bricks, they're slightly more modern, bit more, what am I looking for? Cobblestone wall. These new bricks that I've asked him to add are going to be more modern, with like cement in the middle. They're a bit more orangey red, so not like the birch ones, so that's going to be great to use. Can't wait to start using them. And the other thing is to say a big thank you to Lord Daka, who has been promoting me on his channel for his Hobbit stuff, and I would like to say to all those people who have come from there, welcome, and there will be Hobbit stuff on this channel soon. For those of you that know me from Lord Daka's server, I had a huge plot on there that was all Hobbit stuff. What I did on that server was Lord Daka's builder plots were 250 blocks by 250 blocks. To put that in scale, this plot that I'm on right now is 150 by 150, so a lot bigger than this. And I had myself a little forest going and the start of a small hobbit village. I had planned out about 20 houses, and I'd built 50% of that plot, and the 50% that I did build was 100% complete. 2 days later, Daka unfortunately had to shut the server. I was a bit gutted, but I understood, and he did say that we could get the world back So that was cool. I just waited my time, and hopefully very soon we will get that. Now, not sure if this walkway is a bit too long, and I'm not sure would I want the stairs to be going up here. Where do we want the door? Now the door on this one is to one side. I'm thinking for this house to have the door in the middle. So if we go here, this is where our entrance is going to be. So I'm going to leave that how it is. Put this here. Add snow here, just to cover all this up really. Then this can be a second entryway. And I'm going to lower this. Now I'm not too sure what I'm actually going to do with this space. I just know that I wanted an extra bit, like I said in the last video, like Alwar the blacksmith from Skyrim in Riverwood. Although it's definitely not going to be a blacksmith, because this is only going to be 3-4 houses in this, so you can't even call it a village. They wouldn't have a blacksmith or anything like that, but maybe we will have an area for like a tanning rack, so they can make leather and hide and stuff from the animals that they kill, and make it look a little bit like a butcher's or something perhaps. That's the sort of aim that I'm going for with this. Not too sure how I'm going to achieve it yet, so that's going to be pretty fun to try and work that out. This video is just going to be a short one, because I haven't had a lot of videos uploaded in the last couple of days, and that's just because I've been in work quite a lot, which has surprised me because I'm on a 4-hour contract, which means I work 4 hours a week. I end up working more than that, but yeah, 4 hours a week is what I'm supposed to be doing. Normally I'm in 2-3 days a week. This week I'll have been in 6 days, and next week I'm in 5 days, and the week before I think I was in 5 days as well. So being quite a busy boy. And just swap all these for cobblestone walls as well. So that's why the videos have been a bit slow this week. Just I've not had any time really to record them or anything like that, which sucks, but it's part of life and part of YouTube. You've just got to try and fit it around your busy schedule. Not really done much, but I hope you can see where we're going with this episode. I'm going to end it here, but what I might do is, before I upload this, I will come back and do the interior up here and downstairs, a little cellar for this house, if we remember, because it's still bare up here, and or I'll do it off camera and do a little walkthrough. So alright guys, bit of a random cut there. What happened was I had to go work. I was getting shouted. Dad was giving me a lift down. He wanted to leave. Kept shouting me, so I had to just cut the video. Couldn't finish it. But I've got a new tree to show you. You ready? You ready? Da, da, da. So this is probably the most interesting pine tree you're ever going to see. This was just built by my girlfriend. Never played Minecraft before. In fact, she couldn't even use the mouse and move the player, so I was moving the player around and she was just clicking like crazy. And I've been told that this tree has to stay here, and if I delete it, then we're no longer friends. So that's now part of the plot. Like I said, we're going to do the smaller, finer details of this interior just for the end of this episode. So the blocks that we're going to need are, well, we need the stick for the metacycler. We're going to need an, of course you're going to lag like crazy on me, of course you are. Every time I try and do a video, this is what happens. And I've just cut that there. don't want any swearing on my channel. Every time I try and do a video, this happens. So I want oak, planks, crafting table, player heads for chests, actual chests. Come on, come on. Bed. Up the ladder we go. This is just mainly going to be storage. So, I'm going to have a bed here. Why is the bed messing up, man? Doing this before, wasn't it? Right. Crafting table there, little chest of drawers. I'm flying for some reason. There we go, chest there. Just gonna have a fence there, fence there. What? I need to go copy the. See if I can get a bed to work properly. Might be because I'm right. Yeah. Let's just try actually giving myself a bed. No, it's even. Right, there we go. Use the motorcycle to copy that. Delete the bed. Up we go. Back through here. Right click. There we go. There we go. Happy now. So that's just going to be a small bed there, and then all along here we'll have a chest. Delete. Double chest here. Come on, lag. There we go. Place a couple of these blocks down. That's the one I want. So hit that with the motorcycle, so I'll get this block. This block is great because it looks like a crate. And storage crates, always good. And just on top of these, to add a little bit of detail, that's where I add these small player head chests. And just in between them as well, we can have a chest. So it's just a bed up here, there's a bit of storage, a bit of an extra place for someone to stay. Use a fence. I've already got a fence. Fence and a pressure plate. Good old fashioned table. Suppose there we'll have to do. There you go. Good old fashioned table. Not even going to do any fancy metadatas on it, I don't think. Let's just see. No. What about it's the stone pressure plate, isn't it? Just do that. Chessboard, writing quill. We'll leave that wooden one. That sort of works. So that's all I'm going to do for up here. Like I said, really simple. Just adding a bit of storage around to make it look cluttered and such. And now the basement area. Now, I still need to do all of this. And what I'm going to use is stone bricks. Where's my stone bricks? There we go. And actually I'm going to use world edit because it'll be a lot quicker. So //hpos 1, that changes the position of the block you're looking at. So hpos 2, that's the second position, //walls 98. There you go. And that's how I've just done that. Nice and simple. More of that there, and stone slabs just to make a bit of a ceiling. Just gonna do that, and of course cobblestone slab. I'm pretty tired now. I mean, I was tired earlier and it wasn't a very good video, but now I'm tired and I'm in like a giddy mood because I'm that tired. So we'll see how this video goes. This is going to be a longer episode, of probably around the 15-16 minute mark. I'm going to try cut it down so it's not quite as long as all that. Just around the outside I'm going to do this, and the reason I'm going to do this is so that I can use cobwebs like this, hits it with the metadata, and it can look like, I'll find the block, there you go, fish, copy that, and if I use the biome metacycler, hit it a few times, there we go, get some hanging meat. Sorry about the sneeze. What else do we need? We need some storage for beer, because everybody loves beer. So emerald block, place that, hit it once with the metacycler, get bottles of beer or wine bottles. Weird. What else do we want? We want some storage crates, so rather than actually go through and find that, I'm just going to go up here, middle mouse click, there, come down, some storage crates, like that, and the other one we want is barrels, so you got barrels of food, yep, so we've got different ones, you've got like cookies or bread, fish in a barrel, don't even know what that is, more fish. So this is just my small cellar, basically, just everything really that you sort of need, cold damp cellar, and then back upstairs. So that's it for this house. This is fully done now, this interior. Okay, thanks guys for watching, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.